So your first fight of the night is 4 rounds in the cruiserweight division. That is Oleg Bunkov. Our MC for the first portion of the evening is Alexander Serpukhov. My name's Andy Clark. I'm your commentator for the duration. Bunkov, 21 years old, boxing out of Ekaterinburg, emerges into this IBA Coliseum, purpose-built for this evening. It is a spectacular setting. I have been to some places to watch boxing, but this is right up there. It's quite a long walk through to the backstage area, but the temperature for boxing absolutely perfect at the moment, probably around 20 degrees, low 20s. The sun just dipping down. And this is the pro debut for Oleg Bunkov, as it is for his opponent, Nikita Lebedev.
Дамы и господа, на пути в золотой угол. Приветствуйте его соперник, также из России, Никита Лебедев.
Lebedev has a good amateur record. All the home fighters you'll see on this card have had extensive amateur careers. That's just how it goes in this part of the world. You don't turn pro before you've had some proper seasoning. He's been a Russian junior champ, a Russian youth champion. He got to the final of the European Juniors in 2019. Has won tournaments internationally. These days based here in Serpukhov, which is about 60-70 kilometers outside of Moscow. And these two get the action underway. This is our first fight of the night.
Дамы и господа, представляю участников первого боя вечера и первым боксера в черном углу. Ему 21 год. Его рост 189 сантиметров, а вес 83,6 килограмма. Он кандидат в мастера спорта, финалист чемпионата Уральского федерального округа, сегодня дебютирующий на профессиональном ринге из Екатеринбурга, Россия, Олег Буньков. Боксеру в золотом углу 21 год. Его рост 180 сантиметров, а вес 84 килограмма и 300 граммов. Он чемпион России среди молодежи, финалист первенства Европы из Серпухова, Россия, по прозвищу «Черный лебедь» Никита Лебедев. Рефери боя Сергей Летунов.
So a touch of gloves between the two, and away we go. Bunkov in the black, boxing out of the southpaw stance. Lebedev in the white. Both of them carrying that guard pretty high. Just in and out with the feet there from Lebedev, then reaches for the right hand a little bit. There's a good number of spectators in already, actually. I think this arena will hold pretty much 5,000 when it's full, which we expect it to be later on. Bunkov just looking to try and make some use of the jab and then follows it in with the left hand. Just dipped him through the right hand into the body there, Lebedev, and then as he had Bunkov pinned back to the ropes, looked for a straight right hand. I'm not sure if it landed absolutely clean. It was right above me. Again with the right hand into the body, then just throws a left hand over the top. He dips quite low at the waist, really stoops when he gets in tight. And again, the left hand off the back of the right goes down towards the body, then he just flings that left hand up over the top. And Bunkov does stand up quite straight. Even there as he comes forward punching the southpaw, he's quite square, quite open at times. Where he doesn't want to be, Bunkov, is backed up to those ropes, because when he gets there, that's exactly where Lebedev looks to try and do some damage. Heading into the final 30 seconds of round one, the sun just filtering onto the canvas. It's dipping down low away to my left-hand side. If you're looking out the side of the ring that Lebedev is at the moment, it might be slightly off-putting, but it'll be gone before too long. Decent looking left hand there from Bunkov. Doesn't really throw too many straight punches. He did there and then just wandered straight in behind it. But there was a little left hand on the inside, which I think did find the target. Pretty lively opening round, that. And there you get a very, very good look at this place. There's kind of a music festival vibe about it, because it's been put up basically in the middle of a vast, wide open landscape just outside the city centre. There's actually a man-made beach just outside the Colosseum on the banks of the river. It's a popular spot in the summer. And that's what he looks to do as he gets up close. There was that straight right hand. It did connect clean. That was right above me. If he could make some kind of use of the jab, Bunkov, then he could be in business here, because Lebedev doesn't really tend to work his way in particularly. He tends to walk in and then let his hands go when he gets close enough. If he could just snap out the jab here, Bunkov, exactly at this kind of range, then he could stop Lebedev doing that. But we just haven't seen him use that lead hand at all. He walked onto a jab there. He leads off with his left hand, his rear hand, most of the time. As he did there. Generally, his back leg, his back foot comes round when he throws it, just as it did there. So if you could trigger that from him, then you know that he's going to walk in square at you. Decent jab there from Lebedev. Short left hand again there from Bunkov. He is quite unorthodox. That's a decent work from Lebedev. But again here, he's just got that guard tight. Doesn't really jab his way in, doesn't really move in behind anything, just looks to creep onto the inside. It's a decent fight to watch though. Plenty of punches being thrown. When he sees Bunkov just let go with that left hand, and as I say, he just comes in square, standing up straight. If he could just take half a step back, Lebedev, he could catch him on the way in almost every single time. Lebedev just losing his own balance a touch there as he looked to try and wing in the right hand. Well, he took the step back there as he led off with the hook, Bonkov. A step off to the right-hand side and then look for the uppercut there, Bonkov. Again, that's a difficult one to read. That straight left hand has just found the chin a couple of times of Lebedev, who is just forcing things a bit here. I think he's slightly frustrated that he can't quite get to grips with Bonkov in the way that he would like to. He definitely had the better of the opening round. This second round has been closer. It's been slightly messy at times. Final few seconds. The referee just having a word with Bonkov about holding. And this was the setting for the weigh-in yesterday. The weigh-in was spectacular. There was at least a couple of thousand people here. There was a concert beforehand, and then afterwards we had Roy Jones up on stage. You all must have forgotten that Can't Be Touched. It was quite something.
От первого удара уходишь, второй он тебя достает, когда бьет бой. Что ты делаешь? Ты даешь ему начинать постоянно. Надо левый, вот значит работать. Если не получается право, сталкивай левый, тогда будешь право доставать. А левый ты перестал?
Секунданты. Третий раунд.
Давай, Олег, все уже, время, давай.
Into the third round. They're scheduled for 4. Oleg Bonkov in the black and gold. Nikita Lebedev in the white and gold.
Давай, тройку. Раз, два, три. Давай, раз, два, три уже, работай, Олег.
Plenty being thrown, but not much landing there. A left hand was slightly strangled there by Bonkov, but I think the second one half got through. It's been boxed at a good pace this right from the start. Bonkov again with that left. Lebedev is struggling with him a bit. That second round was close. He's got this kind of mauling style. Left hand on the inside a couple of times, found the target there from Bonkov. He's happy just to hold his feet and let his hands go. He's full of technical flaws, but Lebedev has struggled to exploit them, and there again he just dips off to his right-hand side, and then almost as an afterthought just shovels up that lead right hand. And when they get close like that, he does a fairly effective job of wrapping Lebedev up. Lebedev with a nice right into the body, then that left up top again. Little bit of blood coming from the nose of Lebedev. And again, just walks straight onto a left hand as he comes in there. You know what Bonkov is going to do. I would say 7, 8 times out of 10. He'll step forward and do exactly what he did there, which is just lead off with that left hand. His gloves start low, they come back low. He walks forward, his chin up in the air. He commits to it though. Decent left hand there again from Bonkov, who is winning this round. Final 30 seconds. There goes the bell, and we're nicely set up heading into the fourth and final round by my reckoning. That was the Bunkov round. First round I would have gone Lebedev, second round I think was pretty close. But whichever way you look at it, this one, for me anyway, absolutely in the balance. Just got the end swell out in that Bunkov corner. It's an unusual situation for fighters boxing outdoors. And I think they'll be very thankful for the breeze that is just murmuring through this arena as they head to the middle of the ring and touch gloves at the start of the fourth and final round. It's been a good fight, this, a good show opener. And it is there for the taking. There's that left hand again. He throws it, moves in behind it, ends up on the shoulder of his opponent. It's a shot to nothing, really. It's hard to counter. That's why Lebedev has always just needed to try and create that bit of space, to take that little step back when he sees him coming. But it's something that he's struggled to do. It just goes against his own fighting instincts, really. He's a come-forward fighter himself. He just flung a big right hand over the top there, which kind of half landed a minute down in round 4. Serpukhov is working harder in this round. Both just cuffing with hooks. That's a decent combination from Bunkov. Right hand comes back from Lebedev. It's Lebedev who's held the centre of the ring for the most part, but it's not like Bunkov has been giving ground, because that certainly hasn't been the case. He's not been driven back anyway. Just pinning the arm there of Lebedev Bunkov. He doesn't need a point off at this stage. That would be bad news as we head into the final minute. Again, there's not much in this fourth round. I'd say the first was Lebedev, the third was Bunkov. Not much in the second, not much in this one. Again with the left hand there, Bunkov, as Lebedev was just stood stock still in front of him. Another left just gets through. Bunkov still working hard here. Lebedev too, trying to rattle off a combination to the body. Final few seconds of round 4. It's been a good fight. Entertaining fight. Even match, these two. They put absolutely everything into this one. As the bell goes to the end of the fourth. And from where I'm sitting, this is very close. There's a clear round I can find for either one of them, and then the other two, rounds 2 and 4, I didn't think there was an awful lot in it. I think maybe I would have shaded Lebedev in the second, but I could easily have shaded Bunkov in that fourth and final round. Well, he did catch a left hand there on the way in. He was slightly laboured by that point, but what he did all night was throw that left hand, cross his feet, walk in after it, standing tall, chin up in the air, doing everything wrong really, but he just moving behind it. And Lebedev struggled with it. He just struggled to create that space that he needed, and it was a tough fight. It was a tough go for the pair of them. Our MC, Alexander Serpukhov, just making his way into the ring. The officials' table is just away to my left-hand side. And these two will be called to the center.
Дамы и господа, прежде чем мы узнаем итоговый результат, ваши аплодисменты обоим боксерам за этот яркий и красивый поединок. Итак, дамы и господа, в этом бою после 4 ярких и насыщенных раундов большинством судейских голосов объявляется ничья!
Well, it's been scored a draw, and I think that is entirely fair. I had a draw myself, 2 apiece. I gave the first couple to Lebedev. I gave 3 and 4 to Bunkov. As I said, round 1 I think was clear Lebedev. Round 3 clear Bunkov. 2 and 4 were close. But that's the right result from where I was sitting. And a good fight, as I said, a really good fight to get things underway. And hopefully that's a sign of things to come. And when you look down the card, there are lots of potentially even matches on this, which is exactly what you want. And here's some highlights of the 12 minutes of action we've just seen, and it was action too. They put a lot into this. And hopefully enjoy the experience. It was a professional debut for the pair of them, and certainly one to remember. And there's the referee raising both hands.